Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Now this video is kind of gonna parallel off the other two videos that I've put out, which include one of the calls that I did with a viewer, helping him out through some stuff, kind of just doing regular backtest stuff. And then it's also gonna parallel off my most recent video, which is, I haven't posted it or picked a title for it yet, but something along the lines of my system is staying out of too much, if that makes sense. That's a problem that I've been facing actually quite a bit, and it's about refining my system. So if I jump into TradingView, if I can find it, if I jump into TradingView and I go into, what would be a good example? Your USD. I think we talked about, it was a little wiki. Don't worry about the volume chart or anything like that. The only reason I use this actually, and I'll talk about it in a little bit, so don't worry about this right now. But if we jump down to my regular analysis, look at the 4 hour. 4 hours, wick. Horrible, wouldn't have been trading any of this. However, I'm starting to realize that by having this 4 hour filter, which doesn't allow me to get involved in the markets, at no point in this would I have gotten involved in the markets. However, looking at this, let me look at the daily. Yeah. Looking at this 4 hours so far disconnected from my 1 minute and 5 minute, or I guess 5 minute entries, that I've been missing out on a lot of the market. And so now what I have to do, or what I'm going to do, is jump down to the hourly and look at the price delivery, because the 4 hour can only show so much resolution of a given price action. Nothing to do, potentially follow longs up here. So what I'll do is go back up to the 4 hour and see where I would have started looking at this market. This market, I would have started looking at, we'll go until here. We're gonna, actually, if anything, we'll go to like here. Yeah, so at this very candle, I would have started looking at the market again. On the hourly, I'm gonna hide the volume because it's just kind of distracting, but you can kind of see, I'll talk about it in a second. But on the hourly, money comes in, 20 minute, waiting for validation. The moment this candle closes, we have a potential valid buy stop. Nope. Valid buy stop over this high. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour is, damn, TradingView really did some really good upgrades to their replay tool. So 4 hour good, hourly good, 20 minute good-ish. I probably would have tried to scalp some sells in here on the way down. We'll take a look at that afterwards, but hourly good, 20 minute good. And then we'll go ahead and close this. Yeah, 20 minutes, so 5 minute long over these highs. Something like, oh, my bad. Come on. Something like this. Over the high, ATR low, whatever that might be. We're looking at ATR of 0.024. So we could do 1-2, so half an ATR. Get tapped out, that's okay. 20 minute, wait for an invalidation. Waiting for this next candle to open. Not valid. Still not valid. I want to see it either go down or give us a new entry validation. There we go. Nope, too weak. Waiting for money to come into this market. Yes, potentially. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour sustaining, hourly sustaining, 20 minutes sustaining. So 5 minute long over these highs ain't too bad. It is a very weird, candle or whatnot. Getting a little bit wiki here on the 5 minute. Probably wouldn't take this. We're looking at a 0.2 ATR. So something like this would be half an ATR. Let's see if we get anything, but it is a little wiki. Okay, get tapped in. Let's look at the 4 hour again. 4 hour is good. Hourly is good. 20 minute is good. Okay, probably gonna get stopped out as we just saw, but that is a-okay. Maybe a break even actually. Yeah, we would have gotten away with a break even here. Wait for a new 20 minute sideways. New entry, nah, too wiki, unfortunately. But yeah, like that was a valid entry, break even there, so. Potential long over this high, yep, I like it. So I'll go ahead and set up my buy stop right over these highs. Lines up with these two, I like to see that. Get tapped in, looking at a 0.18 ATR, so slightly under 1. Move to break even, take a break even. 20 minute, gonna wait for a new setup. New setup. Got red news coming in though, so probably not taking any of this. Holy shit, my shit froze. Hang on. Okay, and I don't even know where we were at. Was it this trade we were looking at? No. It was a very strong 20-minute burst of some sort. But regardless, and on this silver right now, and if we do a quick top down, look at the 4 hour was very nasty, started to build out of it. Looking at the hourly started building out of it. 20-minute, this is our first 20-minute validation candle. Got buy stopped in at the high with ATR low. And yeah, that's kind of our move right now. So good stuff. But aside from that, I mean, there were other markets delivering. And I'm actually gonna go on to explain why I had volume open and show you guys an example of something that not a lot of people take into account. So this morning I was looking at this market, live cattle. Jump up to the 4 hour, very nicely delivering. Stage 2, underwent some sort of fractal stage 1 on a lower time frame. This little sideways, did whatever it had to, and then it's ready to continue going. But if we jump down to the 20-minute, I saw a very nice setup this morning right over this high. But why didn't I take it? I thought about it, but then I did something. What I did is I jumped down to my 5-minute entry, and I went to go and set up my buy stop. I believe it was like over this high or something with a low somewhere here. Would have gotten stopped out regardless. But then I thought about something that I heard a while ago, and I heard, you know, with these more unfamiliar markets, you know, not a lot of liquidity when you compare it to Forex or stocks or bigger stocks, you know, live cattle futures. I thought about it, and then I went to look at the market operation hours, and I was like, oh, interesting. They only operate a few hours every day. Like, weird. You know, from 8:30 to 1, versus all other markets are generally open, I guess you could say like 23 hours a day, excluding weekends. And so I opened up volume, and I wanted to see on average, if you look up here, you'll see right there, as my cursor traverses, you can see the different volume. So the second number is going to be your moving average, and then the first number is simply going to be, if anything, I'd just remove the moving average just to not confuse you guys. There you go. So at this given point in time, the volume was 529, as you saw up there, 529. Now what that means is during this whole 5-minute period, there was a total of 529 contracts, right? And so I did the math, and my investment right here was going to be of 15 contracts. So 15 divided by the 129 or 529. That would mean that by taking in a position at this price with a 15 contract size, I'd be making up 3% of the market. Now, what does that mean? You generally don't want to make part of the market. And part of the reason is I'm trading with a pretty large account. And so when you try to scale in with something like this, what am I at? I think I was like 0.8% risk or something. It was something absurd. Where can I go see my size? I don't know, lot size 100,000. I know that's 4x. 5. I don't know how to calculate this. I just do it with my broker. But I was opening up 15 lots, or 15 contracts. And yeah, so take that into consideration, because that would have been, I mean, you would have gotten slipped to hell. You know, you're moving effectively, if you want to think about it like theoretically, you're moving the market up 3%. You're out the gate getting slipped out, or I don't know if that makes sense to say it that way, but you are becoming 3% of the market, and that's going to reflect on your balance, on your outcome. So I thought about it, and then I jumped quickly to your USD, and I was just like, okay, or like NAS 100. And I was like, okay, well, when I trade NAS, well, this kind of blew up, didn't it? 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Yeah, this wasn't half bad. Very, very good setups. Not for me, but yeah, it definitely moved. Okay, let's say I wanted to take this long right here. For whatever reason, I probably would never take that. But now let's say I want to set up my little buy stop right here with a low ATR, whatever. And I go and look at my volume. What's the volume at right now? 3.5K contracts the candle hasn't even closed. We have 3 minutes left. So look at the size of this candle. Let's go to this candle, or even our entry. What is that? 6.77. We'll do 8,000. 7.795 at time of entry. 8,000 contracts. The most I would open up on something like this. I don't want to show my my trading account. So what we'll do is calculate it. So I know I'd probably be trading about 15 contracts. That's just my given size. I just throw on 15 on there and call it good. But 15 contracts divided by 8,000, you don't even make up 0.2% of the market. So that's already 10 times, 10 to 100 times better, just to give you an idea. So very, very good stuff on here. Probably going to be managing on this position soon. But aside from that, what shall we do? What shall we do? I'm going to start a new back test on... I want to do something new, but I want it to include that choppiness of like just shit price action. Like on the 4 hour, I want it to just be kind of shit, because even on shit market conditions like these, there definitely should be an edge that I can take out of it. It's just that I've been, oh, what the hell? Let me turn on the aftermarket hours, unless they're already on. Huh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's just too shitty of a market, I ain't gonna lie. Like, even when I look at this on the hourly, probably don't want to touch this, don't want to touch. So why don't we jump to, yeah, definitely don't want to touch any of this. Why don't we jump to silver? I know we were doing gold, but how's silver behaving? Here, we'll jump to some random point right here, and then look at this price action. Yeah, on the hourly too. Chop, 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 skipping all of this, and then it just kind of goes chop, chop, chop. Potentially getting in on this. Let's look at the 20-minute at this point. You get... So sorry about that. You get one entry and it's a break even. Here you get one entry and it's a really, really good winner. So I want to do some future. If anything, why not do silver? What is this? Soybeans? Yeah, soybean futures. Once again, I was looking at this market. Soybean futures isn't actually very, very bad on the higher time frames, you know, the 4 hour, the 8 hour. Jumping down to the 5 minute, you're getting about 263 contracts traded every 5 minutes. So every minute, you're probably getting what? 20, 30, 50 at most. So we can, yeah, we don't even have access to the 1 minute. 2 minute, we'll see what it is there. If it wants to load, I guess not. Oh yeah, they don't even have historic data for that. Oh, it's because we're in replay. Huh, my bad. So on the 1 minute, yeah, 177 contracts traded in the last minute, which if you're trading 15 of those, you're making up 1/10 of the entire, I guess you could say, like, volatility of the market. Versus if you're trading maybe 1, 2, you're making up less than 1/14 of the market, which isn't bad at all. Or my bad, 1/142nd, not 1/14th. But even using the 5 minute, I want to look at this market because there's definitely opportunities here. Did I take this? Can't recall. I think I did. Or what was the volume? There's no way I took this. Volume 887, 15 contracts. I don't know. Let's go look at the 20, see if it's a valid entry for me. Could have been testing something, could have not. 2 wiki and right at market close. So no. 4 hour. Oh yeah, I was looking at we'll use the 30 minute as context. Okay, very good. Context is established from here going forward. We'll just use this little segment since it's delivering quite nicely. And then we'll go to the 5 minute and then we'll use 1 minute validation entries. So I'm going to highlight all the potential entries here for me on the 5 minute. And this might be something I do on FX replay today. I might just go on the lower time frames and try to find something. Too low. First entry over this high, but it looks like it's right at market close. So yeah, look at the volume drop off. So can't really do much there. Another entry here, but what's your volume here? 287 contracts. Unless you're trading like 5-6 contracts, it's okay. But for these, you're gonna want to wait for the more liquid moments. So good entry, kind of falls off. Potential other entry. Oh, my bad. Over these highs. Doesn't really set up. Nothing to do here, nothing to do, like maybe. Just maybe. Wait for another liquid session. Nothing. Potential entry. Yeah, definitely not the lower one. Potential entry. And then we kind of start falling again, and that's it. So jumping down to the 1 minute, this is since Friday, September 20th, so it's been 4 days. In the past week on this given market, these were your opportunities. Kind of highlighting them real quick. Entry, we're looking at an ATR stop of about 1. No, that's not right. 1.4. So I could tighten this up to like 1.2. Good entry, managed to here, managed to here. I'm looking at right here. And then that's kind of where my stop out would be at. No entry or potential stop out here. No entry over this high. Probably stop somewhere around here. Definitely a break even. Another entry here. I mean, this market is just so shit. So illiquid. Unless you're trading like one contract. 0.4. I don't even know if we got stopped out or not. Looks like we're still valid. Management for this would have gone something like not even here, here, and then here. So probably 5R. Break even on this one. Another entry over this high. Probably like ATR low, something like that. Still nothing to manage to. Managing to here. And then managing to here. And then to here. And then maybe one more to here. So like 8.5R. And then last one would have been to this high. Probably, what was ATR at this point? 0.04. Yep, so one ATR stop. Really, only management is like to here, somewhere in between here. Because I never put it right at that. Kind of hard with some features though. Managed to here. And then as this makes an impulsive move, probably managed to here and to here. So probably stopped out here for 80% of the position at here. Then jump up to 20 minute for the rest of the management. For rest of 20 minute management would have been managed to here and probably a break even. So Yeah, probably the entire position actually would have gotten taken out at around 9, at an average of 9. Hang on, I'm checking some stuff. But yeah, that this is actually very important to consider volume sometimes. So, and then on this trading view, I'm actually going to change my colors. I'm going to save my colors just in case I don't like them, but what we'll do for up, we'll do white. And then maybe one shade of darker gray. Yeah, I just like everything to be like clean, you know? Even like these, we'll fucking make them gray or something. And then we'll do there we go. This looks a lot cleaner. I like the black and white. So give me a quick second and we can continue. We'll start a quick little back test here. Alrighty guys, so I don't know if you remember in one of the live calls that I had with someone, we started a new data collection with gold. And if we go and take a look at it real quick, this is kind of how we started off. And one thing that I really didn't like, let's go into gold. Going into like the 4 hours since January. So let me erase all this. And then we'll go since, where's January at? If we start in January and kind of draw a line here, you'll see one thing. And you'll see that there's endless opportunity here for longs. Longs, 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 longs. Crazy amount of longs. Crazy amount of longs. And so I kind of started to ask myself, why didn't I capitalize on any of this market? Right? The market started to shape up, like maybe not here. But even here, it's like good. Like so much opportunity here. Oh, my bad. So much opportunity here for longs, and then we fail back down. Opportunity for sells, nothing. Like just kind of chop. Potential opportunity for longs, maybe some break evens, whatnot. Nothing to really do here. Like, okay, sorry. Let's jump down to the hourly to get a little bit more definition of what actual price was doing here. But it's like, this isn't bad at all. Like maybe not here at all, actually. Very wiki back and forth. Not so much wiki, but choppy. Nothing do. Starting to shape up a little bit here towards the end. And I think this is where we start to get our low runners. Yeah, the amount of opportunity that was in this market started in March, effectively. So kind of just thinking about it, like, was there opportunity here for me? Because I don't like the fact that, yeah, even though we were in a little bit of chop, like, were there opportunities here for me? Instead, I just decided to skip it all. But you kind of realize that, or I realized the 4 hours so disconnected from the hourly, and sorry, my apologies. I'm really tired. I've just been working like crazy. The 4 hours so disconnected from my 5 minute. Earlier I said the hourly from the 5 minute. And so even here, looking for a 20-minute entry, let's see if there would have been anything for us. Entry right here. Phenomenal, nice little runner. Probably you wouldn't have gotten much. Let's slap it on there and see what you would have gotten. But even then, ATR of about 0.744. A little bit big, 744, something like that. Move to break even on this giant burst. Nothing do. Manage to here. 80% of your position comes off here, and then manage the rest on the 20. If you haven't seen my new management that I'm working with, the rest of my management is probably going to be somewhere down here. So 20% is still running live. Get taken out with this 20% management. Could have trailed to here. It's personal preference. Sometimes you're going to gain a little bit. Sometimes you're going to lose a little bit. So, oh my goodness. my goodness, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Potential entry over this high, not valid. Potential entry over this high. Let's see if it was valid. Yeah, it was mostly valid. So probably a loss in here. So we've taken a plus, like, we'll say +6 or +7. Waiting for the market to shape back up. No entry. Waiting for sideways. And then wait for the next candle to open and a potential entry buy stop over this high. Nope. Waiting for more money to come in. And just kind of shits off to the downside. So 4 hour, is it inversed? Yeah, so money came in, waiting for the 4 hour money to come back in. Money falls off to the downside. So if anything, start looking for sells right here. So I'm going to draw a line right here. I don't know why I have lines drawn here. Waiting for money to come in on the hourly. Hourly got very wicky here. I don't know what it could have been, probably, and I hope it was red news. So it clears up right away. No entry, really, no entry. Potential entry over this high. Maybe if you place your entry really tight, yeah, stop out, but I don't place my entries that tight. And then a potential entry over this high, probably wouldn't have taken it. Maybe, but we're just way too low in the range. Nothing. Nothing. Kind of wicky here. Not 100% sure I would have taken something like that. But then your very first entry would potentially be something like that. And then money starts falling. Another entry here never gets validated. I might want to change the color of this too. It's so like nasty. We'll do something like that. I'm just changing shit up at this point. 20-minute potential long over this high, but it's very nasty. Like very, very wicky of a market. So I probably wouldn't take anything here. Wait for money to come back in on the hourly. Waiting for money to come back in. Looking at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour needs a little bit of time for money to step back in. There we go. Money starts stepping back in. Hourly is very wicky and choppy, but on the 20-minute, if we give it this market time, first entry realistically over this high, but if we look at the hourly, probably not a market you want to touch. Yeah, I ain't touching this for a little bit. Waiting for this hourly to close. There we go. And then 4 hour. 4 hours a little bit wicky. Hourly is pushing up bullish. So give this market some time. It is quite wicky right now. Yeah, this market needs time. First potential entry is over this high, but given the lack of clarity in this market, probably not worth taking. But you maybe could have gotten a nice little winner in here. Yeah. Potential reentry in here. I'm not taking it, just given the wickiness once again, because you're going to get chopped out just like this. So this trade would have been a break even. This trade's a full loss. Waiting for the 20-minute to clear up here. 4 hour and hourly just shit the bed. So if I were to flip this, looking at the daily, nothing, there's no real narrative here. Looking at the 4 hour, it's like we're just kind of going back and forth. Because if we draw out our institutional structure, or like fractal institutional, just had like some crazy redistribution, and then the anticipation is this. But given the daily narrative, this is just part of some other leg here. Didn't really extend. So anticipation for this on the daily is that. So 4 hour, we don't quite have a direction yet. Hourly is building up very nicely. So I might consider longs here. Let's go take a look at the hourly. Hourly is very, very nice. So probably step down to the 20-minute and then look for potential longs. Yeah, potential long over this high, assuming there is no red news. Probably red news. I couldn't tell you. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm like really tired. 10:30 in the morning and I'm already exhausted. So yeah, this 4 hour just needs time. Yeah. I want to see bullishness come in, but it's just really bad, even on the hourly. So we'll give this market some time. There we go. Money starts coming in, supporting the move. Not too bad. So 20-minute, we're probably going to get a very nice long here, hopefully. One more candle. One more. Potential long over. Nope. Whoa. Nope, this would have been your entry. Fuck. I totally messed that up. Okay, but low, whatever this low is. Move to break even on this candle and then probably manage to like 5R. There you go. Looking at the 4 hour, hourly. I am unbelievably tired. But yeah, so what we'll do, because I do kind of like gold, is we're going to keep this original backtest that we started with this other guy. And we're going to start a new one. We're going to start with, I think it was 300K. Yep. Just so we're consistent. Gold. And then what we're going to do is start since January again, but now with these new refinements that I've kind of done to my system a little bit. And then we'll test it and see how things turn out. But as of right now, let's go look at silver. There you go. That's a runner on this one. I'll go take a screenshot here. And yeah, guys, so I will be back real quick because I got to share this. Alrighty, guys, so getting back to it. Got topped out, 80% position is out at this point. Rest, my bad. Rest, we are remaining 20%, I guess I could say, is going to be managed to probably around this point, somewhere right around here. Remaining 20% is managed to here. So what is that? 6.3 times 0.8 plus whatever we get taken out at here, unless we continue going. Now, still recording, good. Okay, so now that we have this new kind of management, especially on the 4 hour, we're gonna go and take a peek here. So, and then volume is nothing that we should be worried about on the 4 hour, especially with 5-minute entries, even on e-liquid sessions. Like even if we go here, actually no, it's something we probably should be worried about. Like here, there were only 98 contracts filled, 120 something. So you probably really only want to be trading liquid sessions, so starting at like 8:30, kind of like where this trade was taken, and then volume kind of starts dying out. Like here we only had 800, 500 contracts. So this is actually something I'm going to add to my charts. Just given that we're on the lowers and we're trading such large account, it's probably something that you should really take into consideration. Okay, we're going to do, yo, that kind of slaps, eh? Okay, so for growing, we're going to do like very bright white and then like a gray, something like that. I don't want it to be too noticeable. So if anything, I could like, I don't know. I don't like it. We're going to go ahead and just, how can I see my, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to keep this open just so I can see my actual volume values. I wish I could open it in a new chart. That'd actually be kind of cool. But, yeah, I guess I can I? I wish it showed, oh, it does show it here on the right, no? That's not right though, 5 contracts? Nah, that can't be right. Let's check here. Yeah, maybe this is right. On the 4 hour? 5 contracts, 7 contracts? What? Nah. Let's jump down to the hourly. Huh. Like here, how many contracts were these? 6? Hang on. I'm actually gonna... How is volume measured with gold? Contracts, futures. Yeah. So this can't be right. Volume cannot be a whole 5 contracts, and unless my trade here, we're gonna go put like a hypothetical trade. Oh, my chart is flipped. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and... No, are these swapped? I'm trying to put a long here. There we go. Yeah, there's no way that can be right. Because if we were to place an order here, we're looking at like 235. So this cannot be right. Volume, net volume, maybe? Okay, well, that's not helpful. Yeah, no, it has to be this one. I wonder why it shows it as just 1. Like, what? Yeah, that's really weird. Unless I'm doing something wrong, like length of night. Although the MA don't matter. Like I ain't even using the MA. Huh. Interesting. 1? What the fuck does that mean? 1 contract per... Here, because if we go to here and we go into gold, it's gonna be more than just 1. Yeah, like 1,000. What about daily? How many contracts are being signed per day? 4 contracts a day. 128 contracts this entire day. Yeah, right. That cannot be right. Like the most contracts we had in a day were 215. Nah. That is so not right. I'm gonna go into FX replay real quick and then open up another pair or something. We'll open up like your USD. That should be a lot more. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of contracts signed every 5 minutes, so. Yeah, like 50, is this 80? Like, what time was this? Okay, that's after market close, so. Like right here, we're looking at 2.14 something K. Okay, yeah, this is reasonable. 800K, 1,000. It's still relatively small every 5 minutes. However, on like a 10-minute, 15, usually 20-minute for validation time frame, you're looking at 5,000. So that's not bad, especially if you're only entering with like 15. But yeah, that's really weird how it's only showing like 20 contracts, 30. This is most certainly not right, unless I'm like really mistaken. Lots of volume here, holy shit. But it seems like there must be something wrong with their data collection. Because yeah, there's no way there were 100 contracts signed here. So what I'll do is, instead of doing this, I'm just gonna hide everything. And what I'll do is I'm gonna use a sessions indicator. And I'll just do like New York session. No, fuck, I gotta do all this shit. Okay, I don't want to set this up. This looks like a whole lot of fucking work. Can I do New York? I'd be down to trade New York. Oh my goodness, it's gonna... Yeah, I don't have the time for this right now. So we'll just kind of keep a eye on the price, on the time. So looking at this, effectively we want to be entering from 9:23.3. So let me jump down to an hourly just to look at the times. We're probably going to want to be trading from like 7 to around 11, 12-ish. I wish we had our volume here. We can actually do it on here. On the hourly, yeah, so from like 7 p.m. to about 11 a.m. Let's see again. 7 p.m. to about 11. 7, 6, 7. Real volume begins around here. Asia opens up. New York opens up. So by like around 11 to 12, you kind of want to be wrapping up your day effectively. Like 10, 11, 10, 11, 12. So, oh man, should just stay awake for Asia 24/7, you know? So yeah, we can trade everything besides like from, we'll do 12 p.m. to around 3 in the morning. That sounds about okay. We'll just skip those times. So, let's get started with gold. Daily, delivering very nicely. 4 hour, kind of in a fuck zone right now. Need money to come in. Got red news coming up here later, but money just kind of starts falling. Looking at the daily, good. 4 hour, good. Could potentially look to scalp some sells on here. Hourly is okay. Did get a little bit wickiness, but that's okay. Wait for the, whoa, why did we jump so far forward? Oh, it's because I turned this off. There we go. 4 hour good, hourly good. Yeah, so wait for 20-minute money to come in. Nothing here. Go back up to 4 hour. Inverse. 4 hour, a couple things I could be waiting for money to come in this way, or complete failure of what we're anticipating. And I'm not touching this market until we either get a very strong rejection or demand validation to come in. Okay, we're not getting either. Okay, looks like we're going to start failing again. Let's look at the daily. Daily, we're probably going to undergo some sort of longer stage 1 here, which allows us opportunity to get positioned here on the lowers. So looking at the 4 hour, longs good, hourly good. 20-minute, probably missed a very nice entry in here. Not taking this entry, too high, too wicky, too not okay. I'd rather price come down. And let's see if we get an entry potentially over this high. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, notice. Okay, so this is actually what we're changing in this particular backtest. Wick, 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 wick. Notice these giant wicks. Notice these giant wicks. Notice how I'm not allowing the 4 hour to influence my variables for entering or staying out. But instead, I'm gonna allow myself to get entered on this because the hourly, well, to begin, hourly shows so much more definition. And so I don't think I should be basing my 4 hour with my 5-minute entries. Like that is so far disconnected that it's kind of going to screw you over. And as we saw in that other chart on my previous gold backtest, I was staying out of all this price action. There's so many good opportunities here. So many good opportunities here. Hopefully here. So lesson learned. Let's continue. So unfortunately, volume was not very representative here. Like 0 contracts traded, and like, I don't know, guys. You tell me, but I might be going crazy. Hourly good. Looking at the 4 hour, money came in, hourly good, 20-minute. So I'm going to wait for 20-minute. Yep. Good, good, good. I think we set a long over these highs. I'll set it right over, and then we're looking at an ATR of about 1.24. Huh. Oh, yeah, we're inverted, so it's going to be a sell. 1.24, so I could do like 0.8. 0.8 will give me like 1.6, something like that. Yeah, so slightly over half ATR. Get tapped in, nothing due. Get tapped out. I don't even know if that was a break even or not. No, not a break even for me. Yeah, so that was our only entry there. Gonna wait for a better build up. Okay, money just kind of floods the market. It's 4 a.m., so still good for longs, but good long over these highs. Let's see. No. Gonna give it one more candle. Nope. Valid entry here. Valid entry here. Forming another valid entry, so I'm gonna let this play out. Falls down. Nothing really to do. Buy stop would have been set over these highs, but nothing got tapped. Looking at the hourly, we're falling back down, waiting for money to come in. 4 hour is, like I said, very wicky, but still acceptable under my terms. Hourly building back up into the range, so potential longs or sells, aka sells, coming in. Gonna wait for sideways, and then no, fell back down. Gonna wait for money to come in. First entry would be over this high, but we're too low in the range, so I'm gonna have to skip. Okay, hourly failing back down. Oh, my bad. Yeah, so hourly is failing back down. Let's look at the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour, money kind of failed to continue pushing lower. Really only took like one loss in there, so that's okay. We're gonna wait for money to show us what it wants to do now. No clear direction. I'm waiting for money to either come in or just flush. Okay, looks like we're gonna flush. Looking at the daily, looks like we're gonna get this continued bearishness. That's okay. 4 hour flushing. Hourly money is coming in. 20-minute. Probably missed another entry in here, but that's okay. Really no entries in here at all. No entries, no entries. Like this would have been your first potential entry. I'm actually gonna change the color of my lines too. Make them like white or some shit, just so they can be seen. Can I make them bigger? Like this is a small line. Oh yeah, I can. And we'll just make it like dotted or something. Even bigger. There we go. Okay, yeah, so potential entry over this high kind of failed. Waiting for money to kind of baseline again. Falls back down, okay. Waiting for money to come back in. No money comes in, we start failing again. So looking at the 4 hour and the daily, yeah, this is kind of what I'm anticipating, but yet no money really coming in, very wicky. First sign of strength is coming in right here with 4 hour, very, very wicky market. Like on my old system or on this like current system that I trade live, there's no way I'd be touching this market at all. But as I jump down into the hourly, very, very choppy, starts building out of this. Probably give it another little bit of time, but even then, like the 4 hours building out of it, clear strength, like holding over that maze. Hourly, hang on. Yeah. Hourly holding, very wicky. So probably on the 20-minute, it's also going to be very wicky. So just give this market time. We're coming off on red news. No real entries. Potentially, if we open up here next, this is going to be a valid entry. But how far are we away from red news? 3 hours. Yeah, so this is going to be your first potential entry. Looking at the 4 hour, money coming in. Hourly, money coming in. 20-minute. Money coming in. Now that I look back on this, like this would have been a phenomenal entry. I'm going to replay and look at it, but I probably won't take it. Yeah, it's just one of those where I anticipate it to fail. I want to see the buying coming in all the way from down here. So at the time of entry, this wasn't a valid entry for me. Even here it wasn't. So yeah, this is going to be like my first entry. So I'll set up a 5-minute entry buy stop right over this high. Probably would have been somewhere like right in here. Looking at a stop of 0.65, which should be about 1.2, 1.25, something like that. And we'll just probably take a loss here. Why did we get stopped out? Oh, it looks like price came back. Yep. So another loss, that's okay. Nothing new here. Okay, so as money starts to come back into this market, we do have red news. So just let this kind of play out. I usually wait an hour after red news. Quite wicky. Hourly. Waiting for money to come back into this market. Probably going to come in here. Actually, it's 12. Market's about to close, so not touching this market probably until like 1600. There we go. Money comes in. First entry validation is on this candle right here. Let's see if we can get anything. Looking at the, oh, come on. 4 hour, money coming in. Date. Oh, my bad, my bad. Hopefully we're still recording. Can you see my mouse? Yes, okay. So looking at the 4-hour daily, money's coming in very wicky, very bad, but I don't care. 4-hour money's coming in very clean. Hourly is very questionable, just given the weakness in this market, the chop, the wicks, the everything. But as we step down into the 20-minute, as we're looking at that entry, this is going to be your first sign of strength that comes into this market. Very good strength at 1800. So money is about to start flowing into this market. This is generally when the session opens or whatever. Or when I notice that money starts coming into this market. A little bit higher just so we don't get wicked in. We could do like a stop at like 0.45. So just about half ATR. What happened here? Looks like we went down. Okay, we got tapped in and then tapped out right away. 0.4 should have been a little bit wider, but even then it is what it is, you know. Even if I would have moved this down. Trying to see which candle tapped me in. Hang on. Yeah, I should have stayed in this. No, let me move it back. Oh no. Looks like I got tapped in, wicked out, and then it goes. Okay. That's okay. Another loss. 20-minute. I mean, this would have been my beautiful entry. Probably gonna sideways now. Psych. Fucking A. Probably would have been a break even. Or actually, no. We'd still be in this. Okay, that's okay. That's gonna happen. So probably just gonna give this market time. Coming into Asia, so just want to see some stage 1. First entry right here, if that's where we close. Falls back down, no entry. First entry right over this high, if that's where we close, yep. And I want to point something out real quick, because I think I'm gonna finish this video off here. It's 12 o'clock. I got some things I gotta take care of, but notice the chop and the wick in this market, especially on the 4-hour, and probably even reflected on the daily. Wick, 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 wick. Daily, wicks. It's not too bad, and we do have some sense of direction. It's not like we're completely just randomly lost, but even then, I've been staying out of a lot of markets because of this reason. Now that I'm looking more into it, it's like, hang on, there's definitely something here. You know, you went 5 months without touching this market. Right now we're down like 7 grand or something, but that's okay. So this would have been your entry. What was it? 0.74. Get tapped in. Probably take another loss. Isn't this amazing, yo? 4 hours good, hourly's good. Waiting for the 20-minute to potentially give another entry. This was okay of an entry. Hourly starts failing back down. It's about 5 in the morning, so New York's about to open up. Let's see some money flow in, shall we? Potential entry right over this high, but let's look at the 4-hour. 4 hours valid. Hourly money's just now starting to come in. Yeah, money's starting to flow in on the hourly. It's not too bad. We got the 20-minute. This is like the only entry I see right now, so I'm just gonna let it flatline a little bit. No real entry. Like the only entry is still over these highs. Yeah, and this is probably just a day you don't touch the market. It's 21, 22. Okay, looking at the 4-hour, money does start to fail. So if we want to look at like this fractal institutional flow, absorption of the high, potential anticipation to continue low. Now, I want to see this market catch itself and then build back up. However, it could continue dumping. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to be on the sidelines for a little bit. I want to see money come in, and no, money just fucks off to the downside. Look at the daily, fucking off to the downside, the 4 hour fucking off. So one thing we can do here is flip the chart, hourly, and then 20-minute longs, aka sells. It's very weak and market close. So I'm going to wait until like 1700. First potential entry right over these highs. Let's look at the 4 hour again. Inverse, because I like to invert the chart. Fails, 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 looking for sells. Then we started stocking longs. This was a very unclear market for us. Like even on the hourly, it's like, yeah, maybe. Jump down to a 20-minute. Look at the price action in here on the 20. Definitely wouldn't have been trading any of this. So looking at the 4 hour, money starts to fail here. So I want to see some potential sells coming in. Hourly money coming in, 20-minute is the first sign of strength that comes in. It's not too wicky of a market. It's not too bad at all. So yeah, let's see if there's an entry here for us. It's going to be quite a weird one. So it's going to be a sell. You're looking at something like 0.5 stop. So your stop would probably be something like this. I'll take it just for the hell of it. Probably not going to do anything. What time is it? Yeah, it's just coming in, get tapped in. Man, these colors are so shit. Like, damn. Target color, can we make it like a little darker or something? I don't know, it's just shit. Definitely move to break even now. Nothing to really manage to quite yet. Waiting for money to come in. Could manage to here, but it's too low in the range. I'll manage to like 3RR. Oh, fuck, my SL got eaten up. Dang it, I fucking hate it when this happens. Okay, I'm gonna have to replay here. And then just get re-entered because of this dog shit. Break even. And then probably manage to like 3R maybe. No management quite yet. Probably stop out. Okay, that's okay. And then 20-minute, potentially look for a new setup given that it's only like 11 p.m. This could have been red news, I doubt it. This would have been your other entry. Man, that would have been a nice mover if we would have survived that. 20-minute, gonna wait for some sort of stage 1 here. Kind of just goes without us. Money falls down. Waiting for a sideways kind of price action. Red news coming up, so it doesn't matter. Potential long over this high, but I think we're too close to that red news that I don't like. Hour and 20. Yeah, there's like nothing here. Too wicky. Like this is your entry and this is your stop. You're looking at it like a 3. Even if I wanted to, it's not valid for me. You know, a little wiki on the 20. Look at the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour analysis. It's following exactly what we anticipated. The moment this started failing, we started looking for sells, catching our sells. 4 hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. This is theoretically like our only entry, but I don't like it. It's not valid for us at the given time. Now it's, let's go take a peek. Like buy stop over these highs. or sell stop, my bad. Somewhere like here. It just doesn't make sense. You're looking at like a 1.7 stop. Yeah, probably gonna go very, very clean, but not for me. Okay, we're coming on market close, market reopen, and now we're valid to be in the market again. So no good entries here for us. This is like the only potential entry. I'm gonna replay to it just to look at it. Let's go see what this looks like. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hours good. Hourly is okay. 20-minute is okay. Like if this reaches just a little bit higher, but still okay, I'll consider taking it. Just given that market reopen, this is generally when I see money flow into the market. And then we'll just do like a casual 0.73, so we could do like 3.5 or something. Man, that's a tight stop. I'm gonna wait for a low to be created to get tapped in, probably move to break even now. Okay, now we're hopefully gonna get a new re-entry. Re-entry over this high. Let's see, yeah, we don't even get tapped in. Hourly starts failing, so a couple things we can do here. So wait for money to come in. Let's see, no potential entries in here, that's okay. Hourly starts failing, waiting for money to come back in on the hourly. 4 hour also starts failing. So if we look at this daily overall analysis, we're kind of still anticipating for the longs to kick back in at some point or another. We don't know when, but looking at the 4 hour, we're kind of like in this weird sorry about that. We're kind of like in this weird leg up where I'm kind of anticipating for sales to come back in, but this could be the start of the, especially with the red news, this could be the start of that daily continuation, and it looks like it might be. Okay, so yeah, we're still down on the account. It's not too bad, but money's coming in. The 4 hour isn't very representative of what's going on here. The 8 hour is also not very representative. Like if I were to ask you what's going to happen here, this is kind of what we're doing. It's like, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? You don't know. So just give this market time. Probably stay out of it for a little bit. Hopefully we start seeing sells or very, very strong buys anytime soon. But as of right now, there's like nothing. This is what I mean by not only is there a candlestick chop, but there's also like you got the wicks, but there's an actual like price delivery chop, which is just like, where's price going? So I want to see buys coming in. Very weak, but they are coming in. So daily, yeah, daily's starting to support the move. Hopefully we get, you know, these are kind of our target highs. I could like label them as money or liquidity, as whatever people like to do nowadays. I don't fucking know. Make it all like fancy, colorful and shit. Make it green. Yeah, boys, we're targeting the liquidity. But we could do something like this. There we go. I like that color. So this is kind of our overall daily target, which we shouldn't really care about so much. But the 4 hour is starting to build back into it. Very choppy and shitty. Hourly, very choppy and shitty as well. Getting bought up, chopping around. So probably not touching this market. If we jump down to 20, you'll see why. So give this market time, wait for money to come back in. Money's coming in, especially on the 4 hour, starting to sustain the move. Hourly sustaining, 20-minute, very shitty. So just give this market time. Getting cleaner, falls back down. Wait for hourly money to come in. First sign of strength that comes into this market at 720 or 7, which is pretty okay. 4 hour is kind of dog shit. We're kind of in the shitter right now, but because the MAs are starting to get respected, this is kind of what I'm anticipating right now. Kind of anticipating the same back here. I think we tried looking for longs back here. Didn't really work out. Looking at the daily. Yeah, falling in line with the daily. The 4 hour is okay. Hourly is okay. 20-minute. It's not bad, but it's these wicks. Wick. That's kind of like, maybe not. Maybe it's not the best idea. It's not the worst though. So I'll consider taking one entry here and then we're kind of done. I haven't seen enough evidence against these kinds of entries that tell me not to. 1.6, 1.27. Yeah, that looks good. Get tapped in, move to break even. And we get a nice little runner. Still at break even though, like nothing to manage to. Okay, now we're gonna manage a lot more aggressively to 5 or 6R. Just given how far we've come. Managing a lot more aggressive. This is 80% of my position that I'm managing right now. Probably gonna manage even a little bit more to like 8, 9. Okay, so there goes 20% of the position. And then the other, or 80%, and then the other 20% just taken out at break even. Forgot to manage, but that's okay. I don't think this was red news. Hopefully not. Okay, hourly falls back down. Waiting for money to come back in on that hourly. The 4 hour is sustaining the move. But notice what just happened. That 4 hour wick that we would have stayed out of just made us 10R. Just made us 22 grand. Or 24, because I was down like 2 grand or something. So that's a very important takeaway. And now we're coming back into it. Market close, so I'm gonna give it around until 1700, and another potential entry sets up. Doesn't give us anything. So I'm gonna wait for money to come back into the market. There we go, money comes back in. Kind of wicky on the hourly. This is gonna be your next entry validation that I see. Let's see if we get anything here. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hours dog shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Very, very bad. Still building up, but very wicky, choppy. Don't really have a direction. I mean, only direction is up for me, but 4 hours okay. Hourly is building up. Very wicky as well. 20-minute is building up. A lot cleaner. Like if you look at the 20-minute price action here, I mean, it's not bad. Compare it to the 20-minute price action back here. Wick. And so I think I'm saving the wickiness variable, if that makes sense, to the 20-minute validations. On the hourly, the wickiness doesn't matter. Look at how shit this market is. But we're just able to take 10 RR after this 4 hour wick. This hourly wickiness, this what we consider unvariability or randomness on the hourly and 4 hour is pretty half decent delivery on the lowers. Like hourly is shit. 20-minute, it's like, oh yeah, entry here and entry here. Like, let's see where this entry takes us. I'm gonna do just a standard ATR stop with like 0.45 or something, just so I don't have to like be replaying it. Get tapped in. Probably could have even been a way tighter stop. Unfortunately, not break even yet. Now we move to break even. Probably gonna be a nice little quick stop out. Survive the stop out. Nothing to manage to yet for me. Just still at break even and take a break even. 20-minute, gonna wait for an invalidation. Potential entry, no, too dry. Waiting for money to come back into this market. Red news, so gotta wait an hour. This would have been a really clean entry, but the red news was there. If we look at the 4 hour context, look at what we're building into. Come and look at the daily. Where are we going? Liquidity. Or, you know, my target. I don't like to call it that just because of dumb money that calls it all these fancy fucking things. But at the end of the day, this is what we're targeting. Looking at the 4 hour, good. Hourly, good. 20-minute. Yeah. Coming in on market close, gonna wait till about 1600 for money to come back in. Gonna step up to the hourly just so I can play it faster. 20-minute. We are a little extended, even though this is a valid entry over this high. I'm not taking it. Gonna wait for money to step back in here. Nothing, we'll just fall back down. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour, we're starting to fail kind of our mission, or what I'm anticipating. Oh, never mind. Fuck, I played it too fast. Okay, we're gonna play back to this candle. I think that's where my hourly validation kind of stepped in, looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour is kind of supporting, so I'm gonna play it on the hourly. Good. And then wait for 20-minute validations here. Coming in on New York session, red news though, so clean entry right over this high. Yeah, but it was red news, so can't trade it. Another potential entry over these highs, looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour is okay. 4 hours okay. Hourly is good, 20-minute is good. Yeah, so potential long over this high. Let's see if we get anything. Falls back down, so probably gonna get a new entry validation. Coming in on market close, so I gotta wait till 1700. Okay, market reopens or money flows back into the market. Hourly is still flatline, so waiting for money to come in. Hopefully we get a nice flush out before money comes in. Oh, yes. Okay, money came in, but for all the wrong reasons, I guess. So 4 hours fails down. Oh, where'd my mouse go? Hello? All right. Well, guys, I think that wraps it up. My computer just froze, so fuck. Well, I don't know what to do now. Great. Can't do anything. My mouse is literally gone, and hopefully we're still not recording. Well, my keyboard works. Are we still recording? We are still recording. Oh my god, bro. Okay, how can I open up like quit manager or whatever? Task manager. Fuck. Well, this isn't very helpful. My mouse just kind of shit the... Oh. Well, my mouse is off the screen. But... Yo, this is actually really shitty. Can I have my trackpad back? Yo, this can't be real. This cannot be real right now. How can I get to my... I need to stop the fucking recording. Holy shit. Yo, this is not real right now. Fuck. Okay, well, my mouse just broke, guys. So I don't know what to do. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna put the computer to sleep. Hang on. Maybe that fixes everything. Nope, I didn't even do a thing. Oh, fuck. What the hell, Apple? Like, what they gotta be trolling with me for? Fuck me. Okay, well, I'm gonna shut the computer down. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be back to post a part 2. Okay. Maybe now. Yes, I have a mouse again. Is this still recording? Okay, we're still recording. Oh, it's frozen though. And we're back, boys. I don't know what the hell just happened, but yeah, as of right now, where's Silver at? Yeah, still managing. Good. Is my... Okay, no, we're not frozen. It's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna take some searches to... Yeah. So 4 hours, kind of fell back down. That's where we were at. Waiting for money. Oh, and we just start plummeting. Okay. So looking at the daily, our analysis didn't play out as expected. So what can we do here? What can we do in an environment where this is how market's behaving? I'm going to replay probably to about this candle. so I can show you guys my thought process throughout, and then we can kind of take action accordingly. So as we're anticipating for the 4-hour market to kind of reach these highs, and oh no, my analysis was wrong. It didn't do exactly what I wanted it to, and now we're falling back down. What I'm anticipating at this moment is for price to catch itself and start building back up. But as we play potentially even like 30 minutes forward, we realize that's not the case. Money is actually flushing down very, very badly. Now this is right in between red news, so we jump up to the 4-hour. Yep, we're on the 4-hour. We're kind of shifting the narrative here because now we're anticipating that this 4-hour is going to continue down for a little bit. Like my immediate instinct is, given the bearishness that came into this market and pushed away and is continuing to hold, I'm like, okay, we're going to shift. Now I'm going to jump down to the hourly. Hourly is holding, 20 minutes holding. So now I'm waiting for 20-minute strength. Now this is a little wicky for me. This is a valid entry over these two highs, but it's too wicky. So I'm just going to give this market time, and it goes without us, and that's okay. Wait for money to kind of like collapse. Secondary entry is provided right over this high. Let's go take a peek. We are coming up on red news, so probably no entry here, but red news is in 3 hours. No, this is a okay entry. Looking at the 4-hour, 4 hours good, hourly is good, 20 minutes okay. Not the cleanest entry, but now we're gonna be looking at a sell here, something around here, looking at an ATR of about 0.45, 46, somewhere in between. A little bit tighter, 4.4, and then get tapped in, move to break even. Is this a good break even point? Yeah, I think that's a good break even. Nothing due. Oh, whoa, okay. And it moves. Now we're up. Damn, these colors are so fucking hard to see. Text, we're gonna make this shit white. There we go. We're up 8.84. So I'm gonna manage 80% of my position to about 10R. I know it sounds horrible, but the moment we hit this point, I'm gonna take off 80% of my position. Look at the 20. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, it goes. New management, 80, yeah, I'll keep it. Okay, 80% of my position is off. Boom. And then the remaining 20% is going to be managed to this low. Okay. Now, remaining 20% is going to be managed to this low. And we're only up like 9,000 on that 20%. And boom. Notice how we were able to secure 0.2. So 11 times 0.2. An extra 2.2 thousand or 22,000, whatever that might have been. I think it was 2.2 thousand. Notice how we were able to secure that extra little bit. Now, if we do the actual math behind it, if we would have taken out 100% of the position here, we would have been up 10.2. But because we stayed in on it, we got that extra 0.2 times 0.1, that extra like 0.2R, or yeah, that's okay with me, right? 0.2 or 2R, something like that. Go do the math. So yeah, got a little bit of an extra R with that management right before red news too. So this thing is probably going to go parabolic, go crazy. Hourly probably starts failing back down. Let's take a peek at the 4-hour. 4-hour is, still failing. If anything, gonna wait for the hourly to build back up, and then I can continue looking for sells. Fails. Okay, money comes back in. 4-hour good, hourly good, 20-minute. Look for entries. Waiting for money to come in. So waiting for money to come in. New York's about to open, and look at what happens. Lo and behold, our 4-hour analysis starts to hold. What's going on here? Why are we holding? We're in this like very weird chop where you can't predict the market. You're going up, down, left, right, chop. And so I'm gonna give this market time because it can either reverse here and continue this very strong bullish momentum, or it can start putting in that bullishness. We don't know yet. Oh, oh. Okay. Whoa. So yeah, this isn't really a market worth following for me. As we fell down, because of this bullishness that came in, I was anticipating for this to hold, and then it fell down. And then we're just kind of all over the place. So if I were to invert this, look at the daily. Yeah, the daily's in full distribution now. Like I wouldn't even want it to reach up here for now, unless it catches itself. Daily is in complete distribution. 4 hour, hourly, 20. Yeah, that red news really did its numbers on it. So now I'm waiting for the 20-minute to catch up, whatever it might be. Waiting for the hourly to fall back down. Should have paid a little bit more attention. Potential entry over this high, but probably not worth it, given that we're coming into market close. So I'm going to give it until like 1700 for money to start flowing back in. First potential entry over this high. Falls back down. Going to wait for a new re-entry. Nothing there for me. Okay. Gotta keep track on the time for me. Okay, first potential entry is over this high. I did notice this was a potential entry, but I didn't like it given the wickiness of this one. Looking at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour building up. Good. Hourly. Hourly. Yeah. Flush down or sideways the way I wanted it to. 20-minute. Strength coming in. So now we're looking for sells. 5-minute is a little wicky. Oh, it should be a sell. Yeah, there we go. Quite a shitty market condition. ATR is like 1.06, so 0.81. I'll take it. Probably going to be a very, very quick loss. Yep. Didn't get tapped in, so we'll set up like some random entry here. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Cool. Take some random loss in there. Waiting for a 20-minute validation in here. Market is opening up on New York. Valid entries all along here, but too shitty of a market condition. First entry over this high, potentially. I don't know if there's an entry here for me. Like your stop would have had to be in, fuck off. Stop would have had to be this big, which we're looking at like a 3.3. Too big ATR stop. So kind of just gotta skip it and move on. But there was an entry there. Gonna wait for money to flatten back out. Hourly. Kind of just fucking around now. Gonna wait for money to come back in on that hourly. Looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour is still sustaining, going some sort of sideways price action. 20-minute. This is an okay buy stop. See if we get buy stopped in. Falls back down. Gonna wait for more money to come in. Falls back down. 4 hour. Waiting for money to come back in. Falls back down. Holy shit. Okay, this is where you're trading a lot more of a back and forth context. Daily bias might still be in the direction that we're anticipating it to be in. Throw in our little dollar signs up here because money just stepped in on the 4 hour very heavily. Look at the 4 hour, our direction kind of shifts again. You know, we're looking for massive selling. Selling was fulfilled, I guess if we could call it, and then buying stepping back in. 4 hour is good. Where was the 4 hour buying that came in? If we reverse. Yeah, so we were anticipating longs to come in, started coming in, and then fell back down. So probably at around this point is where I would change my mind and be like, maybe there's something else going on here. So let's play it one forward, inverse, daily, 4 hour. Yeah, the daily is of no use to us right now. But 4 hour, we were falling. Money started like heavily buying into this. So this was red news. So give another hour. Yeah, there's no direction. There's no precedent to this market. I'm just gonna fucking skip this shit because we don't know what the market's doing. Okay, probably on this point right here, it becomes very certain what the market's doing. So looking at the daily's still kind of in the gutter. 4 hour is doing something. Hourly, waiting for money to come in. Coming in, but nothing yet. Probably on the 20-minute, gonna wait for some valid entries here. First entry is gonna be right over this high. Yeah, it should be along 3.9, so we could tighten it to like 2 point something. Yeah, something like that. Get tapped in, move to break even, take a break even, 20-minute, waiting for a new validation. New validation, this is at 12, yeah, so Asia's opening up. Looking at a 0.7, so we could do like a 0.35 stop. Something like that. Probably gonna get stopped out right away. Move to break even. Get stopped out again. 20-minute, waiting for an invalidation. Potential entry right over these highs. Not yet. Potential entry right over this high. I'm going to take another long here. Something like this. Stop of like 8, so 0.4. Somewhere within 0.4. I'm kind of guesstimating just so I don't have to replay because there's so many entries here. Would this have been 0.4, 0.5? So yeah, this is within risk. And if anything, I'll step down to the 1 minute to make sure this was valid. So like a 0.4 or 0.5 something, 5.3, 5.2. Still within 0.8 ATR. Oh fuck, I didn't make it big enough. 0.58. Jump down to 1 minute. We'll just, I don't know. High was this one. I need to create some sort of more objective rule of how high I'm going to set my SL. I could do like my total stop loss or my total stop loss should be 1 ATR. So I can do my low at the swing low, and then my high has to equal the ATR. So like 0.83. So that would have had to be my entry. Y'all see that? That could be a rule. I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Looking for a new entry though. Market just kind of goes without us. Can't wait for a new stage 1. New potential entry right over this high. Looking at 6 in the morning. So looking at the 4 hour. 4 hour is building up very, very nicely. Hourly is supporting. 20-minute is supporting. A little wicky on the 20. So I could anticipate to take one loss here and then get the hell out of this market. Looking at a stop of 0.87, we could average like 0.4 something. Something like that. Let's just throw it on there. Okay, looking at the 20. 20 is still valid for long. Get tapped in, move to break even. Take a break even. Beautiful. 20-minute, gonna wait for new validation. Very wicky of a market, probably not touching. First entry long, right over this high. So I'll consider setting up a buy stop over these highs. Something like this. Nope, falls back down. Hourly falls back down. 4 hour good. Hourly good. 20-minute good. Yeah, so this is going to be like your first 20-minute long. Right over, yeah, this high. One more thing she said. I think I'm losing my mind. Yeah. So 0.62. So we could do like a 0.3 stop. 3.1 to make it exact. Get tapped in, move to break even. Take a break even, nothing new. This is so annoying. Gonna wait for new stage 1. Market just kind of goes without you. Secondary entry right over this high. What time is it though? It looks like it might be market close here coming up. Nope, we're good. 5 minute. My bad. Yeah, 5 minute long looking at a 0.6, so we'll do like 0.3 entry. 3-2. Just slap something on there. Get tapped in. I mean, our low should have been like down here, but either way, that would have been a stop out, no matter where I place my low. Gonna wait for a new entry here. Hourly is kind of acting up. Gonna wait for a new 20-minute validation, which would be this one right here. See if we get any sort of valid entry on here. 1, 2, jump up to a 5 minute. Buy stop over this high. ATR is 0.67, so we'll do like a 0.32. Man, these entries are tight. Shit. Get tapped in, get tapped out. Why are they so fucking tight? On a 5 minute? Valid entry over this high and over this high. Falls back down, nothing to do. Looking at the hourly. Hourly still supporting the move, 4 hour good. Let's go look at the 4 hour again. Kind of got lost in the sauce here. 4 hours still supporting the move. Still on the bearish push. Yeah, supporting hourly 20. Good long over this 20-minute close, lining up with these highs too. Looking at ATR stop somewhere like 0.4, so I could knock it down to like 0.3. Very wicky of a market. Probably don't want to get involved anymore. First sign of strength comes in, then fails down. Very wicky. Waiting for money to come in. Looking at the 4 hour, 4 hour sustaining hourly, sustaining 20-minute, waiting for this. Getting very, very wicky on the 20, so probably not touching this market until good money comes in, which is right now. 2100, so good. It's like 9 p.m. or like 11 p.m. for New York. 5 minute entry ATR low, looking at like a 0.25, 27, something like that. We'll do like 0.32. Well, we'll do 0.31. I like my tight entries. Probably gonna get stopped out here. Starts going a little bit. We're up 10 grand. Still at break even. Maybe could have managed to like here. Maybe, but I didn't. So it is what it is. On a big mover like this, I probably would have managed some of the move, which is okay. But yep, move to break even. Yeah, this move just don't want to cooperate. I should have managed. What the fuck? Yeah, managed to like here. Okay, I guess we got lucky. That's gonna happen. Okay, get taken out. 20-minute entry was here. No new entry. Potential new entry over here, or a loss. No entry over this high. Coming in on midnight, it looks like. Yep. So looking at an ATR stop of like 0.64. This isn't bad. Probably gonna get a little bit of a tighter entry. Looking at the 4 hour. Oh, my bad. Are we still recording? We are. Looking at the 4 hour sustaining, hourly sustaining, 20-minute strength coming in, 5 minute strength coming in. Yeah, this might be something I might want to put a little bit of risk on. Get tapped in. Move to break even, probably. Get a nice little mover out of it. Nothing to do here for me quite yet. Management wise, I'll manage. Well, I should have managed like 80% of my position there. Now I'll manage like 80% of my position to here. Okay, 20% of the position, we're gonna imagine we keep running, and you would have gotten that 20% taken out regardless. So still kind of playing around with that management style, but that's okay. Hourly starts failing back down, so we're gonna wait for hourly money to come in. 4 hour starts failing down for sure. So now we're in like no man's land, probably off these hourly pushes. I would have reconsidered. Let's go look at the 4 hour. 4 hour. Yep, money comes in, hourly money does come back in. So if anything, just waiting for 20-minute validations here. First sign of money comes in, 5-minute entry. Potential long over these highs, I'll take it. ATR low, we're looking at 1.4. So we could do like 0.7 stop. Falls back down. We got the 20. Still valid entry for both, actually. So looking at this, still a valid entry. But looking at this, yeah, we're probably going to fail back down and then re-entry. Yep, this is our entry long right here. Kind of entry, I'm moving away, if you guys have noticed, in my more recent videos from these kinds of entries where 3 candles ago it was a valid entry, so it's still deemed a valid entry. Now what I'm waiting is for the new candle, the most recent candle, to create a new candle or a new entry validation, which is where I'll get involved. So I'm kind of staying out of the market a little bit more. We're going to do 0.7 stop here. Staying out a little bit more of the market, but personal testing has proven to me, I mean, that's a huge stop. For my ATR to be like 0.7. Probably move to break even right about now. Nothing managed to probably around these highs, 4.4 something. Like 80% of the position managed to this low. Continues going, gonna manage the rest to like 6R. I'll manage the rest to somewhere around here. Maybe a little bit lower. And that, guys, is why I manage exactly to where I manage. To the pip. Or tick, whatever you're trading. We're up 8R. Don't particularly want to manage anything else. Okay, 80% of the position is taken off here. And then 20% remaining is taken off here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure I want to do that new management that I'm talking about. Still kind of in the testing. See how we're doing. And let's compare it to our other gold backtest. This is our initial gold backtest that I started with that member from January to January, March, April. 4 months. We secured 11R or 11%. In 4 months of this new system, we secured 32. So we secured over 3 times in a pretty questionable, shitty context. Most of my movers were made from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish trades. With a win rate of 60%, drop that down, excluding break-evens, 42%. Notice the big change. Notice that huge change. So yeah, I'm gonna continue testing this over the next few weeks. Let's go check out our silver, 80% taken off there. Managing the 20% is still managed to here. Gonna manage my 20% here. I'm actually gonna add my text here, make it like gray or something. 20% remaining manage here. And then we'll do text on top or middle or bottom. Yeah, I like the bottom, looks clean. Yeah, so that's how you manage. And then 80% was taken off here. Take my little screenshot and we're good to go. Anyhow, guys, peace out and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.